So I'm about to give my brief to you guys. If you guys can, please introduce yourself.
Specialist Tozier.
PFC Clark.
All right. So today what we're going to talk about is what paleo is all about, and talk to you about how it's changed my life and how I think it can change yours as well. Paleo it's all about your diet. It's not a diet, but it's a way of life. All right, what is paleo? Paleo is a plan that lets you get back to the roots of how we used to eat back in the prehistoric time frame, as the cavemen used to eat back in the day of over 2.6 million years ago. The Paleolithic diet by Salem Press states the fact that from the time period from 2.6 million years ago to the beginning of the agricultural revolution, so roughly the diet takes us back to 10,000 years ago with the cavemen were eating. That's what the root cause, the root foundation of the paleo diet. It's also supported by both randomized controlled human trials and real life success stories, such as myself, which I'm going to get into a little bit later. Because we all know that I can give statistics and I can give you numbers all day long. But at the end of the day, what it boils down to is how it's worked for me and how I think it can work for you as well. All right, without further ado. All right, foods that are included within the paleo diet is fresh meats. All right, preferably if it's grass-fed, organic, range-free, all that stuff is what you want to look into when you're talking about what the paleo diet, the meats are, okay? You want to ensure that you're watching what kind of nutrients and what kind of additives and preservatives are going into that meat. All right. Also, with that being said, it's fish, seafood, fresh fruits, and ensuring that you have those fresh fruits are within moderation. All right. Fresh fruits, basically, what they are is they act as fresh fruit is a substitute for candy and all that other stuff, that bad stuff. All right. That's what fruit is. So you also want to make sure you have those in moderation as well, because all it is a substitute, once I said already, for candy. All right, the next thing you have is vegetables, which we all know vegetables are really good for you, and you really want to have, it's 1 to 3 ratio. You want to have 1 to 3 for a vegetable. So your vegetable consumption needs to be 3 times what your meat consumption is. All right, that's according to the Unearthing the Real Life Diet by Tufts University and Health and Nutrition letter. All right, the next thing that we talk about is seeds and then nuts, excluding peanuts. Peanuts are actually not a nut, contrary to popular belief. Peanuts are actually a legume, all right, which is a bean. All right, you notice you're not going to see some things on here that we'll get into in the next slide. But also what you want to talk about is it consists of healthful oils, such as your olive oil, coconut oil, avocado, macadamia, walnut, and your flaxseed oils. All right. With that being said, some of these oils, the reactions are different when they're heated up, such as olive oil. Olive oil is a great oil to use if it's not heated up. Okay? Next slide. All right, like I said already, what I'm going to dig into is some of these foods that are not really good for you to consume. One of those is dairy foods. We are one of the only species that continues to drink milk, all right, into adulthood. We are the only species that continues to drink milk from another animal. All right, it is not natural for us to continue drinking milk into adulthood. All right, and that's why you see a lot of problems with a lot of people who are lactose intolerant, because their bodies are bloated by it. All right, if you just limit your dairy intake, you're going to help yourself out tremendously. Cereal grains. All right, it's hard for our bodies to process grains. All right, if you didn't know that, that's why fiber. What does fiber do? Fiber pushes out some of those grains. That's why you eat oatmeal and all that stuff. It helps push that stuff out. But it's not natural for your body to eat. Legumes, beans, peanuts, lentils, peas. Beans specifically, what you want to do is that's why they create bloatness, all right, and gas, because it contains soapos. Soapos on the bean is what causes you to get that bloatness when you're eating those beans and stuff, the beans and legumes, or beans and the lentils and peas. All right. Next thing you want to talk about is refined sugars. Refined sugars means pretty much your candy, stuff like your Snicker bars, your Twix, your Ho-Hos, your Hostess cupcakes, and stuff like that. That stuff is not good to eat. If you're going to eat that type of stuff, if you get a sweet tooth, it's better off that you transition that to apples or a fruit of some sort. All right. The next thing we talk about is processed foods. All right. Processed foods, which you see on a daily basis. All right. That is not good to eat. All right. Just maybe you can look at that, what you see on a daily basis in the grocery store, whether you know it or not. It's usually pretty processed. All right, that's what if you go get something that's organic. For instance, you get fruit that's organic. All right, and you get regular fruit. You're going to see that the organic fruit doesn't last as long, have shelf life as long as the stuff that's been processed. All right, and that's coming from the Unearthing the Real Paleo Diet from the Tufts University of Health and Nutrition letter. All right, next slide. When adapting to your diet, you may reduce your risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. All right, because you're not eating as much sugar. It's natural foods that you're eating. All right, a couple of things you're gonna find is it's gonna improve your athletic performance and it's gonna cause you to lose weight. All right, you're naturally gonna lose weight. I'm gonna tell you straight up. My personal feedback is that within 30 days you will see a major difference in your body, and you're gonna feel healthier and you're gonna look a whole lot healthier as well. All right, it's gonna cause you to sleep better at night. All right, you're also gonna enjoy a better sex life. Oh yeah, better sex life. All right, and improve your mental outlook and your clarity. All right, you're going to be thinking a whole lot clearer. You're going to be able to concentrate and focus on what you're doing and on the task at hand a whole lot easier. All right. Once again, it's going to also clean up your skin. Help you clear out some of the acne that you may have built up. So those oils that you've been eating from the processed food, that's not good for you. All right, the next slide. All right, so here's an example of myself. This is myself in 2013. I was in Afghanistan. That's me and my platoon leader. All right. What should have been a great time for me. I was down there. I was in Afghanistan. I was constantly on deployment. I was doing mission after mission after mission. I should have been a happy time for me. I just received a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star for Valor during this time frame. And I looked at this picture of myself, and I saw myself. I was like, wow, I look pretty bad. I look like I could stand to lose about 20 to 30 pounds. I look bad. I was physically okay, but I just didn't look good. All right, so I came back off the deployment. I went back to Italy, and I immediately started adapting the paleo. I had a good friend of mine started telling me about paleo. I started doing some research when I was in Afghanistan about it, and I looked at it, and I looked into some research on it, and I was pretty impressed with what the plan had to offer. And I kid you not, within 30 days I saw major changes in my lifestyle, and I became hooked onto it. And like I said, it's not just a diet, it's a lifestyle. You have to change your patterns of life and what you've normally been doing. You have to relearn everything about diet again. And 2 years down the road, that's where I was standing at. All right, so the results are evident, and they can be the same thing. It could be the same thing as you. So what I challenge every single one of you guys to do is to challenge yourself and try it out. Give it a shot. Try it for 30 days. All right, if it doesn't work for you, then modify it to where you can do something, but don't do something that you're not going to get results out of. All right, I'm going to tell you straight up, you're going to get results out of this. All right, I think one of the hardest things for me to do was changing what I drink. All right, every single day I was drinking water. It was water every day. All right, after a while, those cravings start going away. It takes about 7 days to form a bad habit, or it takes about 30 days to form a habit. All right, that's why I'm saying try this out for 30 days. All right, if it doesn't work for you, then by all means, you can go back to eating your Hostess cupcakes from your McDonald's all day long. All right, next slide. All right. Like I said, all you have to do is eliminate those grains, those dairies, and legumes, and they will help get rid of that bloatness and that inflammatory that you may be facing. So at this time, right, next slide. Here's some of the references we've discussed, we've covered throughout this brief to you guys. At this time, do you guys have any questions about anything?
Is there any foods you would recommend for detox once you start to switch?
I would recommend that foods that help you detox would stay away from your candies, like your apples. Stay in transition to fruits. All right, and then if you get tired of drinking water, try drinking nothing besides water. But if you want to flavor the water with like strawberries or fruit of some kind, it will help. It helps bring some life to what you're eating a little bit. Yeah. That answer your question?
Yes.
All right. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys give it a shot.